How's it going? Today I want to talk about how I assembled this platform bed frame with this really nice headboard. So the first thing you're going to assemble is the headboard itself. So you're going to face these fabric side down. It's labeled A, B, B. And then you're going to get these runners that go on the side. Those are labeled E. You're going to get the end screw with the R washers and make sure to lay this fabric side downward. So you're going to end up seeing the back side of all these pieces. You're going to screw 3 on each side, and that's going to be your headboard. Once that's done, you're going to do a similar thing to the footer. However, all you're going to do is lay the fabric side down, and then you have the legs. Now the legs have a slanted side and a straight side. Make sure the straight side is to the outside of the footer piece, and the screws go from the bottom all the way up. Then you have your footer assembled. The next thing you want to do is you're going to assemble the structure for like the middle brace. It's pretty easy. It has a K labeled connector. It's basically like a T that goes and connects the middle of these two. There's one leg on this side, and then there's a connector that has 2 little hooks, it looks like. Make sure that the opening is downward so that it's hooking down, because it's going to latch onto screws later on the footer. After that's assembled, you're going to assemble the rails. Now the rails are the side pieces of the bed frame. They're labeled D1 and D2. There's 2 of each. You're going to lay those fabric side down and make sure the Velcro attachment is upwards. Then you're going to get the J connectors. The J connectors have a little lip that attaches to the bottom. I think it's best to probably put the screws in first and then just slot the J connector in. And for this, there are Allen wrenches that are provided. I definitely needed the Allen wrenches for the feet, but for the rest of it, I just used a drill. Once those rails are connected, you're going to assemble the rails and the middle piece to the footer. So once again, put the screws into the footer, and then you just start putting the hooks on those screws, and once they're on, you're going to drill them in place. After that, you're going to do a similar thing to the headboard. Same deal, it's got 2 screws, and then you're going to hook on. Once that's assembled, you have like the skeleton of the frame. You need to go to the middle brace. This middle brace pieces uses 3 screws. The middle screw is going to be the long screw. Just remember that is screw N, and then the other ones are screw O. Those are going to attach in. And I did have to kind of pull this in place because it is, straightening the entire thing. So it's kind of hard to force it. That was a little tricky. Once you get that in, you're going to put your slats. Now the wood slats are not identical. One of them will have a hole. So start with that one, and you're going to get the very last screw, screw N with washer R, and you're going to attach that down here. Make sure that you have the Velcro going down, because if you do this the opposite way, you're going to have to take it off. Make sure it's downwards, and then start laying your slats out. Make sure it's stretched out and take your time. Once that's done, you'll have a completed platform bed frame. There's no need for a box spring. You can lay your mattress directly on this. It's a very nice, basic look, good for any room.